Okay, here I am on Scratch, and I'm going to go through a really brief tutorial. So you'll start by clicking the Scratch button right here. Oh, sorry, the Create button. All right, always takes just a second to load. All right, from here you want to start with a background, so you'll click right down here, and you can choose a background. Remember, you want a background that will match the objectives of your game and appeal to the audience that you have chosen. So I'm going to start with a bedroom. I'm just going to basically pretend there's a girl who's on the phone and her friend calls and wants her password for something. So I don't want the cat, so I'm going to hit the trash can. And I'm going to pick a new sprite. So this face symbolizes the sprites. I'm going to go up here, and I want a person. So I'll go to people, and I'm going to choose this girl right here. Now notice if I hover, my characters are animated. So I want to choose the animated character. So I'm going to have her walking in the beginning. All right, and I want to start her right here. So before I can do anything in Scratch, I always want to start by clicking the Events tab. And I want to drag over when the flag is clicked. And that's a directional clue to let my program know what it should happen, or what should happen when I click the flag. So when I click the flag, she's going to start, I'm going to go to motion right here, and I want her to start at her current position. So this is her current position. So no matter where she is on the screen prior to me clicking the flag, I want her to go to this exact spot. So you notice it looks like a coordinate spot. All right, so from there, I would like for her to move towards the bed. So I want her to kind of look like she's moving. So I'm going to say, I don't really want her to, you know what? I would rather her glide, because I don't want her to just all of a sudden appear. So it's going to say glide 1 second. So I want her to glide 1 second, and I want her to move to this place. So I want her to basically move slowly towards the bed, but I want it to look like she's walking. So that involves costumes. So I'm going to go over here to looks, and notice it will say switch costume. So I can even look right here at costumes. And she's not changing her clothes like you'd think with costumes, but she's changing her motions. So if I want her to look like she's walking, I'm going to make sure she progresses through those costumes. So I'll go to code, and I'm going to do, let's say, switch costume to Avery walking, D. All right, so I think that's about what I want. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the flag and see what happens. Okay, so she must have already been at D. So let me switch it to A. All right, and I'll start again. Okay, so she's slowly doing this. All right, so maybe instead of glide like that, because I want it to look like she's walking, instead of 1 second, I want to change it to just a part of a second. So I'm going to 0.25, and that's 1/4 of a second. All right, so now it's going to happen very quickly. So then I want her to glide just a little bit more. So I'll move her right here. And again, I'm going to go to motion, and I'll go to glide right here. And I said I'm going to stick with 1/4 of a second. So I'm going to represent that as a decimal, as 0.25. So again, that's 1/4. So out of 100, that's 25 out of 100 as a fraction. Okay, so then I want to switch her costume again. So I'm going to go to looks, and I'm going to switch costume. I was at A, so now let's go to B. All right, and I'm going to go back up to motion. I'm going to move her just a little bit more, and she'll be gliding to that position. All right, so that's just a quick summary of how you make it look like the character's moving. Okay. Now I can do a little better if I alter, but we'll just keep it there. Okay, so now I want something to happen. I want it to sound like a phone is ringing. So I'm gonna go over here to sounds. And I don't want that sound, so I'm gonna go down to this button right here, choose a sound. And I would like to search phone ringing. All right, and I don't know. Okay, telephone. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna listen to my sound. Okay, so that works. Now I wanna see what it sounds like as a robot. No, I don't like that. Okay. Oops. So let me just take it back. I don't like that at all. Okay, that's my original sound. Okay, so now I'm gonna drop it into my code. So this is called telephone ring. So I'm gonna go to code and I'll go to sound and it will say play sound telephone ring. Okay, so it's gonna go right there. And when I hit this, I'm gonna start, she's gonna go and the phone's gonna ring. All right, now I want her to say something. So I'm actually gonna go to looks and I'm gonna give her a bubble. So she's gonna say, I wonder who that is. All right, and then I'll just drop that right here. So I wonder, sorry, I'm typing with one hand, but she's basically gonna say, I wonder who that is. That is, oops, and that's gonna be a statement. All right, so now I've coded this comment into my game or into my Scratch. Okay, and there she says it. I wonder who that is, okay? And then I can start my dialogue. Now when I'm ready for another character, at some point I can go over here. If I wanna switch backgrounds, all I have to do is go to right over here where it says backgrounds. I can add additional backgrounds, okay, and go from there. But this is enough just to get you started with your storyline. So have fun, get creative, and explore.